I don't know, guys. Today's just today's not my day. It's been a doozy of a day. So, long story short, I've got a sick kiddo at home, which that's never fun. Had to rearrange a full day of books, which is never fun. I finally caught a break and got a little snippet of a break, and I thought I'm gonna swatch some inks. I don't know how many of you use dip nib pens to swatch your inks. They fit inside a pen holder like this in the little end there. Guess where my dip nib is? In the bottom of this beautiful bottle of ink from Birmingham Pen Co. called Airline. It's a very vivid blue. Fell right off the tip into the bottom of this very tall bottle of ink. Has this ever happened to anybody? How did you fix this? The only thing I can come up with is I'm going to pour it into this little flask and hopefully try to fish out with some tweezers or one of my long tail combs, fish out the nib, and then somehow carefully pour the ink back into the bottle to salvage it. Because I can't think of any other way to get this darn thing out. Oy, this day. Oh, send the good juju. I'll let you know what happens later. Well, this had the makings for an inktastrophy that might have ended up on one of the horror stories on the Pen Addict, but I got the nib and I salvaged the full bottle of ink. So I poured it into a very carefully cleaned flask that's got a flange lip, and I used some tweezers to fish it out, and then I very carefully poured the ink back into the bottle. So hopefully I have not introduced any contaminants into the ink and nothing happens, chemically speaking, but I think that I'm safe. And I think the moral of the story is I'm gonna spend the extra money for the Kakimori nib holder instead of going the cheap route and getting the Tachikawa nib holder, because clearly they are not a fit for each other. This is like, I don't know, the fourth time this has happened. Never in a bottle that deep. I've always been able to fish it out before. Lesson learned. You know, I put this stuff out there so everybody else can learn from my lessons. Hopefully this doesn't happen to anybody else. Hopefully I'm the only knucklehead this would happen to. All right, have a great day. Bye.